What's up, Otaku Nation? Oda King Live coming at you again for another quickie little collection review. And as you know, you clicked on this video, it's going to be on Sailor Moon today. Now, quick little fact on me is that Sailor Moon was actually the first anime that actually got me in to anime. When it started playing on TV way back in the day, it was something that I'd never seen before. I'd never seen a cartoon that had continued from episode to episode. It actually followed a grand story, and and also just followed a bunch of girls instead of just army guys or muscle men. And on top of that, it was just totally unique. And I remember I used to videotape it, every day because I'd have to go to. I think I was in college at the time. So you still set the old VCR, record it. And I still remember the initial episode. It was to do with Sailor Mercury, Amy or whatever. It was the one where she beats her boyfriend or whatever, and they end up fighting that math monster of the day. That was the first episode I ever taped and saw. And I remember I watched it 3 times in a row that night after getting home. It was something I'd never seen before. It was epic to me at the time. I mean, and nowadays, it's nothing, I'm sure, but back then it was something I'd never seen before, just growing up on Transformers, G.I. Joe, things like that. It blew my mind, and it really is what sucked me into anime big time. Now, I had seen a few anime films before Sailor Moon, things like Dragon Ball and, Astro Boy, Voltron, things like that, but it was Sailor Moon that really did it. It really opened my eyes to, Japanese animation. And they're super dusty. And got me into collecting. Right after that, I started recording it like crazy, man. And then going after all anime that was on TV. And then I started going to the city and buying up a ton of manga. I started really getting into the manga scene, too. I started buying, I think it was, the Sailor Moon books. And then I was getting Ranma. Oh my god, it's Tenchi. You're Under Arrest, all those early monthly issues, before the graphic novels were even around. And this is where it all began. So I had tapes and tapes of these, 6-hour tapes, Sailor Moon compilations, and then I was like, what the hell? So I tossed all those. And these are the original ADV release boxes you see in front of you. I did not buy these until way later because when these first came out, I had my tapes and I didn't really care. They were like $60 a box. And then when I started caring a few years later, they were like $100 a box. They actually became rare and went up in value. ADV went out, they lost licensing, everything. So I ended up spending, I think I got the first set for about $60 because one of the discs is messed up, the box is a little rough, and then I paid, around $60 to $80 for the second box as well. I'm not sure, I don't really remember. But either way, of course, only a few months later, Funimation or whoever it is picked Sailor Moon up and re-released it. But whatever. I'm not going to be too butthurt because these are some sweet boxes still. So, this is the entirety of Sailor Moon, and then Sailor Moon R, I believe, S and Supers was released by Geneon, or I believe it was Geneon at the time. And then Stars still has not been released. I'm waiting for that one to be released because it's still actually not in the old collection. So let's check out these original ADV boxes, and then I'll look at some of the others in 2 more seconds. So I believe these were released in many disc sets. So it looks like you got about 23 episodes on a box. So roughly, one complete season or whatever you'd call it. And these are these weird box sets, the ones where the discs are broken up into subsections, and they never really seem to work too well. So these are just standard blue discs, nothing too exciting, but short, sweet, to the point. And this is the one where I believe the last disc, the 10th disc, was totally scratched, like somebody was playing hockey with it, and that's why I got the deal. So I had to have it resurfaced, and it works fine. Now, this is the original ADV release, which is missing you know, it's still censored a little bit. It's missing some of the more riskier episodes, such as the cat violence on Luna, and then I believe there was an episode as well with Rini that got cut out for certain reasons. But I know that there was 2 versions of this floating around, and one of them had the cut episode on it, and one doesn't. I believe the one I own is the one that does not. But then you get your episodes up to 46 in the initial Sailor Moon release. Again, just standard blue discs, nothing too super exciting. And these cases are the worst. So, yeah, that's the first Sailor Moon box by ADV. 46 episodes of delicious fun times. Now this, I gotta fix this, it's driving me nuts. The cover's off a little bit. Now this, while I do this, this was put out in Japanese only. It did not have the original English dub, which, granted, while it was horrible, I still liked for, you know, nostalgia reasons. So it would have been nice if they at least included, you know, some of it or some episodes or just something. But so it kind of sucks that it was the original Japanese only, but you take what you can get, I guess. So that's box 1. We got Serena herself with Artemis Luna, and then this one we got Wicked Lady and Rini on R. So my R box is in a lot better shape. It's borderline mint, very, very shiny, very pretty. I really like these box sets. Let's get this one turned around there. That one doesn't look too bad on the back of it. You can see all the tape on the top. The top was pretty thrashed. It got squished. I was pretty emo about that. Oh man, her leg's pretty messed up there. So here we go. We got their second box sets. Let's try to back this bad boy up a little bit here. Hey, why don't you move over there? So we got Serena in her Princess Serenity outfit, and then in her standard. So these were episodes, yes, 47, starting at 47 and going all the way up to 89. I'm sure, again, they're just going to be the standard blue discs, yeah, but you get your little episode synopsises here and uncut seasons. Well, I'm not so sure because there was a little bit cut from these. And then, again, just impossible to open, real pain in the butt. But just your standard blue discs, same as this one, I'm sure. In the last one, yeah, but mint quality. I'm not complaining. And for the price, you know, it was worth it, because Sailor Moon holds a special place in my heart. So that was the initial ADV release of the 2 box sets. Now after that, they didn't have any more. So what came next was the Sailor Moon S, but again by Geneon / Pioneer. And I got the first 4, I believe, by Geneon, and then the last 2 by Pioneer. So I don't like the Signature series as much. It's like having a PlayStation Best Hits game or something. So it really, you know, I don't know, just cheapens it. Looks kind of worse. So you got first disc, second disc, third disc, and the 4th, all in the Signature series. And then in the last 2, I got them in the original release, and they just look so much better without that horrible, horrible Signature series there. So this obviously goes into the Outer Scouts and introduces all them. It's not bad. And then S is as far as I actually saw. I actually haven't seen all of the Pegasus stuff, which is in Super S. Now in Super S, I got the Thin Pack box set. Every set I got is a little bit different, and it kind of drives me nuts. My collector's OCD doesn't like that they're all different, and not to mention that it's got a Wicked Crush right there. But it's a really nice box, I'll give it that. So in this one, special uncut versions, you got your disc 1, your disc 2 of Mars, disc 3 of Jupiter, pretty standard stuff. Strangely enough, disc 4 is with Rini and Pegasus. 5 is with Mercury, 6 is with and then 7 is where, what? Disc 5, what is this? Are these out of order? These are out of order, oh my god! I was wondering, I'm like, how is Venus last? That's like, impossible in deserves a flagging because Venus is #1 scout. So now I gotta fix this. God knows how these got all out of order. Holy dear God. I must have been messing around with these. So I believe these are nothing too special inside, just standard white. Yeah, god awful. Discs are shiny though, that's nice. It's like a shiny EX Pokemon card. So at least the discs are nice, but nothing else inside them. Just the standard white. Yeah, even the discs are the same. It's the same image of Sailor Moon herself. Good God, that's horrible. Okay, I'm gonna pretend that I didn't see that. I mean, it could have at least used the cover image on the disc, but whatever. I think by then Jenny and Pioneer were having issues, so... And then let's get into what's next. What's next? Okay, well, this is my stars. My Sailor Stars is the cheap, you know, Hong Kong, China knockoff, bootleg, whatever you want to call it. You know, subtitled only with horrible English. But hey, I have it and I can watch it, but I never have. But you know, if I can say one thing about these gatefold, you know, Hong Kong versions or whatever, is that they're really nice. I mean, these sometimes are nicer than the original American releases. I mean, this is actually pretty beautiful if you ask me. You got your nice background image with the clear, you know, so you can see the disc image. Now, disc image is the same as what's in the background, but still, there we go. It matches up if you know, fold it around, mess around with it a bit. But, you know, that's really nice looking, I gotta say. So that's Stars, and then that's pretty much as far as Sailor Moon went until, you know, 10 years later when Crystal was released. And then, of course, that was met with, you know, some people like it, some people don't. I seem to mind it, but the CG doesn't bother me too much. Now, hopefully all that doesn't fall over and create a huge madness, but also, because Sailor Moon never ends, is the Sailor Moon movies. These are also backwards. These were released again by Jenny on Pioneer. So you got your Sailor Moon R movie, your S movie, and then your Super S movie. So these, again, first two are signature. That is terrible. And then the third one is the original, which is nicer. God, I'm surprised I didn't try to replace these. These signatures are horrible. But the Sailor Moon movies were big time for a while. They were, I believe they went to some of the theaters in the area, but I don't think, pretty sure I never saw one, which actually kind of made me a little sad. And then, of course, you know, many years later, Funimation, or dust all over this, or Viz, or whoever the hell released these, comes along and puts out Sailor Moon again, you know, picks up the license and puts it out again. And this is what we have now. Again, just black, pretty crap, but discs are pink and nice. Images are different on them at least. And at least they redubbed it, I believe. So you get a new English dub. You don't get that original, you know, DIC or DIC or whatever you want to call it, dub. But I haven't actually watched these yet, so I'm not too sure what the new voices or anything are all about. And again, black, just nothing too special. These are the original DVD releases. This is just the original Sailor Moon. I have the first Blu-ray of Sailor Moon R, but it's very similar to this. Nothing too special. And then that's as far as I've collected on the re-release. I'm trying not to pay too much for these since I kind of already own the damn show once already. But you can say I've spent about $20 each box set at the pawn shop. Oh, this one was $25. Good God, taking me for all I'm worth. And then there used to be a sticker right there, obviously. Someone's peeled it off and dug their nail into it a bunch trying to get it out of there. Oh well, either way, that is a quick look at all my Sailor Moon retail discs out of my collection for now. There's going to be a bit more later when I finish collecting the rest, but for now, that is as far as we are. So leave a like if you like Sailor Moon. Let me know what favorite scout, what's your favorite scout? Mine's Venus. Lovely chain. And then, hey, sub if you haven't subbed. Watch the hardcore version if that's what you're into. That's coming later. Talk to you next time. Peace.
Yeah!